Welcome everyone. Today we are diving into an incredibly important topic. What is a drug? We'll be exploring how drugs interact with our body, their roles in medicine, and how they affect our daily lives. Let's get started. What is a drug? Definition and basic concept. Take it. Alright, let's begin with the basics. What exactly is a drug? A drug is a chemical substance that interacts with our biological systems, meaning it works inside our body to produce a specific effect. This effect can be either therapeutic, helping treat a condition, or it could be a side effect, which can be harmful. When you hear the word drug, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? For example, you might think of painkillers or medications, but it's not always that simple. Some drugs can have both positive and negative effects. Let's break it down further. There are different types of drugs, and understanding them is key. Therapeutic drugs, these are the ones we rely on for healing. For example, paracetamol for pain relief, or antibiotics like amoxicillin to fight infections. Recreational drugs. Now, these are taken for enjoyment or to alter our mood, like alcohol, caffeine, and nicotine. These can be harmful if not used responsibly. Illegal drugs. Some substances like cocaine, heroin, or LSD are often misused and can cause serious harm to the body. Can you think of any other recreational or illegal drugs you've heard of? How do drugs work? Basic mechanism. Now that we know the types of drugs, let's talk about how they work in our bodies. Drugs work by interacting with biological targets, such as enzymes or receptors in our body. This interaction causes a biological response, like reducing pain or lowering blood pressure. For example, paracetamol works by blocking an enzyme called COX, which helps reduce the chemicals that cause pain and inflammation. Can you think of any other drugs and how they might work in a similar way? How do drugs work? Examples of drug action. Let's look at some more examples of how drugs work. Antihistamines. These block histamine receptors, helping reduce symptoms of allergies like sneezing or itching. Insulin. It helps the body use glucose more effectively, particularly for people with diabetes. Beta blockers. Thus reduce heart rate and lower blood pressure by blocking beta adrenergic receptors. Think about a drug you've used before. How do you think it worked inside your body? Drugs and their side effects. Introduction. Let's now address a very important topic, side effects. While drugs are designed to help, they can also affect parts of the body in unintended ways. Side effects can range from something mild, like a headache, to something more serious, like organ damage. For example, antibiotics like penicillin target harmful bacteria, but they can also destroy good bacteria in our gut, leading to digestive problems. Have you ever experienced side effects from a medication? How did it make you feel? Drugs and their side effects. Managing side effects. So, how do we manage the side effects? First, it's all about proper dosing. The right amount of a drug minimizes the risk of side effects. Doctors also monitor patients during treatment, adjusting medications as needed. For example, ibuprofen, a common painkiller, can cause stomach ulcers if taken in high doses over time. Why do you think it's so important to follow the correct dosage for any medication you take? The role of drugs in medicine, therapeutic use. Now, let's look at the role drugs play in medicine. Drugs are critical tools in treating diseases, managing conditions, and improving the quality of life. For example, antibiotics cure bacterial infections, insulin helps manage diabetes, and painkillers like paracetamol relieve pain from things like headaches or arthritis. Can you think of a condition where drugs are used to manage it, not just cure it? The role of drugs in medicine, preventive and symptomatic use. Drugs are also used for prevention and symptom relief. For instance, vaccines prevent diseases like the flu or COVID-19 by stimulating our immune system. On the other hand, drugs like antihistamines provide relief from allergy symptoms, and decongestants help with colds. Can you think of other preventive drugs or symptomatic drugs you've used? What makes a drug safe and effective? Clinical trials overview. So, how do we ensure that drugs are safe and effective? This is where clinical trials come in. Clinical trials happen in several phases to test both safety and effectiveness. Phase 1. A small group of healthy volunteers tests for safety. Phase 2. A larger group of patients test for effectiveness and side effects. Phase 3. Large-scale testing to confirm the drug works. Why do you think it's important to test drugs before they're released to the public? What makes a drug safe and effective? Ensuring a quality control. Ensuring quality control is also essential in drug development. Quality control ensures that drugs meet specific safety and quality standards. Every batch must be consistent and the drug must be stable over time. For example, Tamiflu underwent strict quality control to ensure it was safe and effective during the flu pandemic. How do you think quality control could affect the way we take a drug or the way it's made? Let's wrap things up. To sum up, a drug is any chemical that interacts with the body to produce a specific effect. Some drugs help cure, manage, or relieve symptoms, while others can be harmful if misused. Clinical trials ensure drugs are safe and effective for public use. And of course, proper dosing and quality control are crucial for patient safety. Drugs are powerful tools in medicine, but they must be used responsibly to maximize their benefits while minimizing risks. Thanks for your time today, and let's keep exploring the fascinating world of drugs together. Please like, share video and subscribe Medicinal Chemistry.